Mm-hmm.
Are your boobs ready?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, Verse, let's go. That's a great. Yeah, I wasn't talking to you, Jeannie. I'm talking to Verse.
Yeah.
Yeah, his boobs are ready to go.
Talking to Vault, Genie.
Mm.
You wouldn't understand.
Why? Vault has
Yeah.
boobs, Jeannie?
No. It's a joke from like, what was it, the day before yesterday? It's because I was so tired that I accidentally called first Vault.
Yes.
And now he will never forgive me.
I won't forget.
You're forgiven.
Mm.
Yay!
What is happening?
Lynn
Can we
says,
just fucking hit live, please?
Lynn, I did.
are.
Actually, I did. You're lying.
Okay, thank fucking God. Jesus.
Congratulations. Here you go.
It's like, when are we gonna start this fucking thing? We're never gonna
That
get
clock
over.
keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me
Hey, damn up!
just let me
Dynamire!
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, probably the Life Authority here. This is most badass GD broadcast and all and then you don't want to Tommy see shop the point. First, Jeannie. How you guys doing?
Yeah, well,
Glad
it
you
says
told me-
Jeannie and Jeff. So, and you didn't even put the thing.
Well, it's like because you had me
So-
distracted on 10,000 fucking things I didn't need to be distracted on.
I didn't.
Yes, you did. Oh, I'm like,
What did I do?
Put the
What did
thing
I
on.
do?
Put the thing on. Put like I'm getting the whole
He's
thing
so
on.
full. He's so full of shit. Tommy can only compute like half a thing at once.
Exactly. So let me do one thing. I'm like doing everything over here. He's not wrong.
Okay, so I need to start giving you a checklist.
No,
what
that's
I'm
exactly what you
hearing.
don't. You have to
He does need a
No, I
standard
don't.
work checklist to
No, I
go
don't.
through every single pre-stream,
Yeah.
post-stream, everything. He needs a checklist. I'm glad you told me
Yeah,
you,
it's like
you
how-
were live. I almost said something positive about Becca. That
You know,
would've
it's
been
funny,
detrimental to my entire thing I'm doing.
I heard years ago when they they found out I had dyslexia, and they take you like into a corner and they tell you it's not the worst thing in the world to have dyslexia. You can be like this guy, right? And they show this guy who's like the head of some corporation. He had to, and and they had him, and basically everybody like read everything to him, right? And he had he hired all these people just to keep his shit organized, and he was like a successful businessman. And I remember saying, so in order to be less retarded, I just need to hire 15 people to do everything for me. And the whole class broke out laughing because we were all fucked.
See, that's the worst thing. That's what's the problem with you is like dyslexia is not that bad.
Well, compared to
But you
what
take-
compared to dressing like a fucking chick and
No.
impregnating aliens, it's
No,
great,
but hold on.
you know.
But you take every opportunity that would make it easier for you, and you actively don't do it. Like
Like what?
Hey, what if you make a checklist so you remember on how to do things so you don't forget, so you can keep track and you don't get lost and forget to change, I don't know, the name of your fucking co-host or whatever. And you're like, no, I don't want to do that. That sounds retarded.
No, I
wanna
have
do-
my
I wanna
own
do
thing in
better."
my head, and then when Jeannie interrupts me with non-priority stuff, then I forget
Outside
it.
words go in brain. Brain no work. No more. Brain.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
like you do anything actively not to fucking make
I don't
it
think
easier
a
on
checklist
yourself
is going to
sometimes.
help me. I really don't.
It literally,
Especially-
yeah, it would make a
No,
huge
it
difference.
wouldn't.
It would be.
just-
It would.
no.
It would.
I
be
think
huge.
you know what I need. I need a woman setting me off track all the time. That's what that'll work. I need.
Well, now you got two.
Okay, I'll just step it up.
Mhm.
Yeah, ramp it up.
Yeah, I need idea. I need idea stuff. Mm.
Dude,
How
what
do
has
you
been
consider
going
the most-
on
What?
lately with that?
What?
I'll write it down for later. Don't worry about it.
What's going on?
It's fine. There's nothing. It's something. It's something unrelated.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
Well, we're doing Mood of Heart today. Every
Yes.
stream first ends with me. I have to refresh. Oh, something happened? I didn't lose any frames. I don't know what your problem is, Picklington.
Yeah, it seems to be an issue. I don't know if it's a YouTube thing, but yeah,
It
it
might be
like
YouTube.
everybody has to refresh for a moment.
That's what Teddy.
Yeah.
Tommy just hates kind women who wants the best for her brother. What? What the
Aging brother telling
Aging.
him what to do.
Yeah.
Exactly. Teddy, I
Well,
love
I didn't
you.
catch it. Oh, well, I should have read it over here. Is what I should have done. Yeah, exactly. You're aging, bro. Yeah, that's what I need. So I was going to do this. First, told me to do this thing on Mudahar, who's quitting something else again because it's, I don't know, too hard. I don't know.
Yes, I'm actually waiting for the video of him posting what he's going to be covering on his channel soon. So I know what actual content he's going to be making. Right now, I just know the stuff he's not going to be covering.
He's not covering. And I don't know, like, I was thinking about, you mentioned it, I was like, I really don't want to do Muda. Like, because I don't hate him. The last message I got from him is he said something like he didn't want to like mess up our relationship, and I started thinking like, wait a minute, we've always been cool, we're acquaintances, I respect you, but it's not like we were close. I wouldn't even say I was close with his wife, you know, but I was like more friendly with her, you know, and I still like her a lot. I think Mudahar fucking dug his own grave with this stupid shit. He handled it. He was dishonest, and he got caught. And then, of course, drama's fault. And then I said to myself, well, maybe I should hate him because, you know, during the Mama Max thing, yeah, really, well, just like, I don't know. I guess I have like, Dennis Leary calls it Irish Alzheimer's. I don't fucking know. But this guy was perfectly happy with throwing all the people, which was me, calling what Max was doing a scam in a barrel that they were like pro pedo. And they're having this joking conversation with Turkey Tom, like, well, I thought we kind of established that pedos are bad. Yeah, you would think. And he was perfectly fine with that. And then who was that retard that called in 2 years ago and defended Max after Max had already thrown him under the bus? Let's talk about a cult-like fucking personality. Who was that guy?
Night Docs?
Yeah, Night Docs. So that's the kind of power that Max had over people this time last year when it all fell apart. You know, yeah, it wasn't Nexpo. It was Night Docs, not Nexpo. And I started thinking, you tell me if I'm crazy first. Do you think that at some point, I wouldn't say right away, obviously not right away, that they all knew it was a scam and they just were terrified of fucking Max?
Terrified? I don't know about terrified. I think they just didn't, like the stuff he was doing earlier on, maybe they just didn't see it was like, it wasn't hurting anything. He wasn't doing anything positive, but isn't doing anything negative. You know what I mean?
Do you think
like
they said to themselves when he told when Night Docs was supposedly, which I don't believe, was messing with his own children and stuff like that, or treating them poorly or abusing them? Do you think they ever thought, you know, that sounds like horse shit? And I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it. They were like, you think they just ate it up?
Yeah, they were eating it up till the end for a lot of it. Yeah.
Probably right. That's the fucking worst thing about it. To me, it was just so.
I mean, the same shit just keeps happening over and over again. So
yeah,
clearly, there's some sort of retardation.
Here's the thing: they're all YouTubers. They're all YouTubers. Yeah. They're all willing to get on the fucking next thing. They're all not gonna, you know, shake the tree, so to speak, if it hurts their money down the line, if they have to get in a drama battle or something like that.
Medin donated $5.21. Opinions on Germany prosecuting online trolls, when said trolls literally called some politician Arpimmel. Any personal worries?
No. If they start going after me, first of all, I've known about this for years. I know the Americans found out about this on Sunday. First of all, they found out how the Bundestag has become filled with Nazi-like behavior, and it's been going on for since I've moved here, and probably long before that.
Plus, you speak English, so they'll never.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like I had this question with Kraut in 2017, and he says, as long as you speak English, you're probably fine, and as long as you don't get too big. Here's the thing: if I would never say something like incredibly racist, like hateful, like I hope those people get, you know, like a group of people die in a fire and fucking, well, maybe an individual like JFA, but like really some like. So if I got hit for that, I would be like, look, you knew the rules, right? If I get hit for saying that Olaf Scholz has authoritarian leanings, which is political speech, I'm gonna have to come home. It's just that, so I'll pay the fine and come home. Like I don't like what, but no, I'm not terribly worried about it because I've never gotten big enough. I'm not a political streamer, and I don't have that kind of influence. And I think that's why a lot of these hate speech laws are in place, so they can be used when convenient. And that's the whole
they only
thing.
need it when they need it.
Yeah, like literally, Germany's run by YouTube fucking TOS, and has been for a long time. And a lot of this stuff was implemented for denazification, right? And it was implicated basically by the British and the Americans. And you know what the left did? Let's keep that. It was supposed to be like denazify, get back to normal, then people can start speaking again, right? No. Here's another thing I found out. Here's something better. Do you know how they had all sorts of hate speech laws inside of Germany and the Banner Republic? Against Jews? Didn't work, did it? I mean, for Jews, you could not insult the Jewish religion prior to the Nazi regime. You could go to jail, you could be fined, the whole nine. It didn't do a fucking thing. And then what happened is Hitler got in there, used all that fucking power, and then used it against, well, everybody.
Because they didn't have enough laws, Tommy. They need more laws. They could have stopped it.
So no, I'm not terribly worried about it. But if something were to happen, no, I'd probably go home. I'm not living like that. No fucking way. But I know this stuff is selectively enforced deliberately. That's why they want hate speech laws. Because first of all, the word hate speech is subjective in its own. So basically, if I start, if they can twist, I immigrated here legally, and I think all these people are immigrating illegally, should be kicked out. And if that's a political opinion, if that gets construed to hate speech, yeah, I guess I got to go. I wouldn't want my kid growing up in a place like that. But they're picking on the poor, mostly people that like post dumb shit on the internet, and working their way up. And a lot of this stuff's been around. Like my wife was bitching. It's been around for like 70 years. No, we haven't had a problem. So no, I think what you guys are finding out is something I've always known about Germany. You can really see how things got crazy over here because the things with the Germans is it's not that they're these stiff people that are always commanding others and what have you. It's just that they absolutely are adverse to making a scene. The Germans, they're totally adverse to making a scene. So what that does is it's just like, well, any kind of authority figure, we gotta, not make a scene and not use harsh language and stuff like that. I mean, you see how proud those people are when they're like, oh yeah, you go to jail for insulting somebody in that fucking crazy accent.
Teddy, don't
you could go. You could even do more time if you post it on the internet. They have no idea. Like that's another thing about Germans. They have no idea how creepy they sound. They have no idea how like a German telling you they'll go in jail for a meme, and they're like you realize you sound like a complete fucking Nazi. Yeah. So no, I'm not terribly worried.
Yeah.
It's fucking sad. And here's another thing I'll say. I am super proud. I don't say this very often, and I'm not going to probably ever say it again. What J.D. Vance did last week was a dream that I had a long time ago. I always wish an American president would come here and say, and England too, and say, you people are not following liberal values. You people are leaning. You are having a case of creeping authoritarianism. That's what I was my dream. And boy, let me tell you something. Everybody in the Bundestag to London, their hair is on fire since here. And good. That's what it's for. We had a German defense minister, somebody in the military, say that JD's speech was, quote, I'm translating directly, unacceptable. Political speech is unacceptable, sir. A defense minister. Think about that. Again, they don't know how creepy they don't no idea how creepy they sound in English.
Dem were Argnabiatics filled with memes all over Germany now.
Yeah, attics filled, or you put them in the basement floorboards, like in. Yep. that was my personal favorite. So yeah, I'm really glad that J.D. Vance had the courage. This is long overdue. To see, like before, it's like, wow, the American, they're cracking down on the hard right. Who cares? Those guys are fucking wacky. No, they're just cracking down on anybody who disagrees with the, the people in power. That's what they're doing, left or right. Because the guy that's probably going to win office is in CDU. He's conservative. He's in Merkel's old party. He's about to win. I think voting's this Sunday. It's a wash. It's not like I'm super afraid of anybody in SFTP or the Liberal Party or the Conservative Party. They're both the same. It's just a complete wash over here. It's a complete wash. But yeah, I mean, like they don't stand up for what's right. They don't like to make a scene, and that's why they're weak. The German, like it sounds crazy because like they're weak. They're weak people, and they don't stand up to authoritarianism. And they basically got kicking and screaming to modern Western democracies and republics. Kicking and screaming. And let's be honest, would the Germans be a free country if they hadn't lost that war? Absolutely not. What happened after World War I when they did have a democratic republic? They lost it. They have to have, like, why doesn't it fall again? Because you have about 50,000 American troops here. It's it's shameful. I love the Germans, and I love the German people, and I love all the time that I spent here. But they have authoritarianism because not so much it's in their blood, or it's like the Germans are any like worse than any other group of people. It's long been debunked. It's just the culture is don't make a scene to authority. Do you know they actually have a phrase called Gott in Weiß? It means God's in white. So you cannot disagree with the doctor here. The one time I told the doctor to fuck off, they fucking locked me up for a night. I don't know. You guys heard that story? You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him if he didn't like me, go fucking dig up Hitler and tell fucking the Americans to go back home. And
now
then,
tell me, how does this tie into Mudahar?
It doesn't. It's a completely different subject, and I'm going to cut when the video comes out. That's the beauty of the fucking new format.
No, stop holding us hostage. Stop holding us hostage.
That's something I wanted to say. I probably won't release it again until the video becomes public again. But so Mudahar, new format blows. Fuck you, Corey. All right, going back to Mudahar. So basically, I don't know. Should I be mad at Mudahar because he looked perfectly comfortable? I being like the only major critic is like, oh man, there's actually people speaking out against Max who's doing just such wonderful fucking things. I mean, was it the Nexpo and Mudahar in that cult mentality where Nexpo would actually have some sort of Munchausen syndrome or whatever the fuck they call it, or Stockholm syndrome, where he would actually come in and defend him after he fucking said something that he was a bad father and abusive father, and they all fucking sat around and just believed it. So what does Mudahar do? He gets caught in a bullshit lie when he gets. And then you want to talk about Germans and stuff like that. The courage not to stay. Like, why didn't Mudahar have the courage to say, "Hey, you with your anime little avatar, you're a creep. I'm out of here." No, he didn't. When he saw all that shit, neither did who's the other jerk off that was in that podcast that I did was on lolcow with me.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, nobody had the courage to say, "Hey, this is." I mean, even if he said, "Oh, okay," went along with it, and maybe he could have went back to Gamer from Mars and say, "I can't do this. This guy's too much of a creep."
Oompa doesn't care though.
Oompa Bill. I don't know what Oompa doesn't care at all. I could tell you right now, Oompa Bill.
I wouldn't care at all.
Well, I mean, and then so what happens when he gets caught lying to Chud, telling 16 different stories, not owning it? Oh, it's Drama's fault, which just divided all of us. And then I go back and I look like that. It looks like, yeah, like Chud was kind of right. I think he was kind of taking a shot at people like me. Oh, wait a minute. I was the only people that said, look, there's something crazy going on here. This isn't real. This isn't how pedos are caught. He's just making videos. Nobody's getting caught. How come no one's asked the question question, who have you caught? At that point, nobody had asked it. You know, it wasn't until it was, well, let's face it, Max was weak enough to go after. That he had, and how did he get weak? What did Max have to do to get weak? He had to go public about a vampire cult that never existed. That was too much for everybody. That's how stupid everybody is. It had to get to the point of fucking vampires. And I could see why Max would believe that shit, because it's like, look at all this other bullshit I sold to the public. No of the other YouTubers are calling me out. I'm sitting there demanding Joe Rogan comes on and supports this crazy shit. Let's see how far we can push this. Vampires and werewolves, let's go. He thought he could pull it off. I can do this. That's what the sociopaths are. I can do it. So yeah, Muda got involved when, the way I see it now, I used to see it as like, you know, he got involved after the Carl Jobs thing when he had time, but now I see it as like when it was easy. When he started, you know, throwing gasoline on himself and lighting himself on fire on stream. And I do wonder. I wonder if you're wrong, Verse. I wonder if they were just like, wow, this sounds like bullshit, but I'm not going to say anything because he's the pedo hunter. And certainly Mama Max was aware that he was the pedo hunter.
Well, they don't want to go against the grain against somebody doing quote unquote good. That's true.
Well, I'm saying, did they privately believe the whole thing was bullshit and just like either whether he's bullshitting or not, I can't do anything?
Well, I'm saying optically he's doing the good, so he doesn't want to go. They don't want to go against that grain.
Optically, exactly.
Because the fans are the one that count, right? And the fans are the ones that believe it. So clearly, like that's the one they're worried about.
If the fans believe it, it's true. It's crazy. And the YouTube world, I'm not. By the way, I'm not making fun of Verse right now. I'm not. If the fans believe it, it's true to YouTubers. Isn't that incredible? So
yeah, it's really cracks me up when everyone's like, "Dude, you guys work normal jobs. That's so fucking gay. You're slaves to a company and slave to these customers and all this shit." It's like you're a slave to your audience and the fans.
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
they think is what's driving your.
Exactly.
You're doing the same shit to your customers.
Exactly. Yeah.
But worse. At least they can clock out and say, "Fuck you."
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
You guys are just
you have to deal with one idiot boss. They have to deal with 10,000 autistic spurgs. Who's got it better?
And they have to go like, "You guys have a point." Yeah, so true based. Like, I don't pretend to like any of you fucking people. I hate most of you. Fucking.
So I don't know if I should be mad at Mudahar. I'm told this video is going to make me insane. So Mudahar has apparently made some political videos. He thought, like, let's get rid of the toxicity of the drama community and go to politics.
Yeah, the one that stands out is him, going back on him making his Kevil's video, which is like, what? Like,
I don't hate. I
had
really,
a pretty good reason to make that video. Like, what are you talking about?
Like, look.
It's like, yeah, the comment section just boiled down into a trans debate, and I didn't want that kind of dialogue. It's like, fuck me. It's YouTube comments. That's really what we're talking about right now.
I know.
Oh, right, because the fans are the only thing that matter. Oops, forgot.
Yeah. Well, they all made a lot more money than me. I'm sitting there calling them pussies, and they all made tons more money than I did. You know, because they're not just fucking playing the game. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous, I swear. All right, I got the chat going, so let's make it happen. Mudahar, everybody. I mean, I really don't hate him, and I certainly don't hate his wife, but he definitely deserves his criticism.
Hello,
I'm just getting sick of hearing the same kind of speech over. It's the same speech,
Yeah.
with a slightly different lens over it every single time.
Yeah.
It's just getting really
I don't
old.
hate him. I don't hate him. I don't know what he knew and what he didn't. I like to think that he didn't mean, even though I was the only guy talking about it.
Gals, me Mudahar, and I'm playing Yakuza Infinite Wealth. There's a lot of games here that I'm recording, and boy, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about something that's got to happen. It's not to do with this game. Some things have got to change. Now, recently I made a video in regards to a politician doing a crypto rug and pull, or at least being part of it. And I removed that video.
He's talking about Trump? Is he talking about...
Dude, like I said, his videos have been insufferable for me. I have not been watching them.
Yeah, because
I'll start them and like it comes off as preaching every single time, and I just stop watching.
Not because of something that I've disagreed with, not because of some retraction, not because I'm getting sued in any capacity. Trust me, I would enjoy a lawsuit after all this time I've been waiting, prepping for it. Actually, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, you shouldn't. I think you'd shit your pants.
Lawsuits are not fun, but you get the idea. Now, the thing about all of this is, obviously, in the last couple weeks, I've noticed that, a lot of these topics, especially when it comes to, big-time politicians, this has got to change.
He's talking about Trump. He's talking about Trump. So all the Trumpers went after him. That's what happened.
I really am somebody that, from the beginning of this channel, is not somebody that is politically adept. Obviously, that I admit.
That's why I left drama. To do politics.
Say that I really don't know.
Yeah, I was getting too serious. The stakes are getting too high in YouTube commentary, speaking my opinion, so I moved to political speech instead, where the stakes are low and everyone's fair and balanced.
Next week I'm going after Hassan.
Politics. And the few times that I do talk about it, like very recently, probably when it came to like the US and Canada, that's from the perspective of somebody that is kind of knee deep in that. So I believe that's kind of a
I'll
fair...
do something. I've got mostly a right-wing audience. Trump did a rug pull. Deal with it. Deal with it. Deal with it. Deal with it. He did a rug pull.
Exception
Why
to the
should
rule.
why should anything happen to him? Nothing happens to anybody else.
But I usually tend to stay away from things like internet politics or things like real world stuff because I always consider my channel to be an escapist route, right? Like as somebody that likes to come home from work.
See, it's the same
YouTube
fucking
as a
thing
hobby,
every time.
I like to leave the problems of the real world behind.
Guys,
and just
YouTube is
come
an escape
to
for me. It's not a job. You guys are ruining my escape, guys. I do this for fun.
Well, here's the thing. That's not true. All right, that's not true. I don't know. I'm sure Mudahar's a super smart guy. I'm sure he's got other businesses and things of that nature. But whether that's true or not, and he doesn't need this, and he's making lots of money other places, he doesn't act like that. He protects this like it's his only form of income. And I believe him. I'll give him benefit of the doubt. I don't think this is the only thing. But let's look at it this way. Like what we talked about the other day. What's the percentage of his income when it comes to
Yeah.
YouTube?
I don't care if you make 50 million, 500,000, 50,000. What percentage of your income that you're bringing in is YouTube? That would be my question.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let's say let's assume it's like a minority, right? But let's assume that a minority is at $500,000 a year. All right. That hobby brings you $500,000 a year. You're gonna protect that shit. I don't care if you got 10 million in the
Rightfully
bank.
so.
Yeah.
Rightfully
You're gonna
so, but
protect that
don't
shit.
Pretend.
So this idea that it's just a hobby, you don't treat it like a hobby. You're very strategic. This is that, like, you can't sit there and say, "Hey, you guys aren't making it fun for me anymore," while delving into like some of the most toxic shit you can dive into. It just makes you look weak. Like, oh, it didn't. Like, I mean, I feel like the whole drama thing was a way to throw shade at me and all the other and Nick and other things and who made and certainly it was a way to throw shade at Chud, who made really reasonable criticisms. The criticisms that you kind of made yourself famous for.
Internet little fantasy land, okay, where I can talk about video games, cybersecurity and all that goofy stuff. Internet, shenanigans that happen, right?
Him and Charlie about to go bowling.
For me, talking about, retro video games, the industry, talking about things like, massive cybersecurity incidents, when North Korea is doing some crazy shit, intermixed with Johnny Somali being a total fucking idiot in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I went from drama. I went from drama to politics. Yeah, and it's the same speech.
Which that's going to be a video, by the way, not him, just Japan.
How about this? I will do anything that makes me fucking money on this, and if I take too much heat, I'm going to back out. Fine.
Dude,
and you don't even have to make a public statement about it. He could have just stopped doing it. I ain't doing that again. I've done that before. I ain't doing that one again. Fuck that.
He's just turned the fucking comments off. That's how he's treating this. Like when he talks about it a little more, you'll hear it. But he should just be one of those people. If you want to do this shit for fun and you just want to do it for fun and talk what you want to talk about, get in, get out, do it for your, for your own release and whatever else. Post the video of the content you want to talk about. Turn the comments off. Boom.
I turn it. Yeah, that'll do it.
But there's no way he's going to do that.
No, he's going to do that.
No fucking way.
How about put everything?
But
on
that's
private?
what he sounds like he wants.
Why don't you make the videos and put it on private? It's just a hobby, right? No, this is horse shit. You don't like getting backlash. It's fine. The only guy that ever said that to me is like, I can't take it. I don't like getting backlash. It was fucking Nick Cash. I don't like it. Fair enough.
They're getting tired of IRL streamers. It's actually insane to go down that rabbit hole recently. But Anyways, point being, I made a video.
He's one of the, and by the way, I don't have a problem with this because I don't know, it's like 90% of my friends growing up on YouTube here. He's a bad person YouTuber. Let's be honest. Am I wrong, Marst?
Yes, and I've gotten really fucking sick of it.
He's a bad person.
Because every time I start a video, it's
in fairness to him,
dude,
he's
honestly,
been a bad person YouTuber for a long time.
Yeah, I think after all the Chud stuff and stuff, I just have like a different view on it, and it just makes me, I'm just kind of grossed out by it every time. Like because I have push notifications for him, right? So I have like every notification, and so every time it's just a thumbnail of like, this is getting so bad, guys. Yeah. And then he just preaches for like fucking 20 minutes. I'm like, dude,
that's what they want.
I can't watch this shit every day.
Yeah, I know. That's what this audience wants. They want to, instead of it's not like it is kind of like outrage bait in a sense, but it's not like over the top outrage bait. It's like, oh, come on, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's one of those, it's 2025, guys. I've been hearing that since 1988. It's 1988. And it's just, it's fucking lame. Like I here's the thing is I don't understand why he feels like he has to make an explanation for himself. You know what I mean? Like, just don't do it.
Dude, just stop making the fuck.
Just stop this. So you'll be fine. People want to hear.
We don't need this every single time.
Mudahar is a good YouTuber.
Like, it's
all right?
ridiculous.
Yeah. That's the thing. He's a good YouTuber, a really good YouTuber.
It's like what we talked about, Tommy. If you don't stop preaching about how much of a hobby it is and how much you like want to be authentic and stuff, and just make the videos like you were doing, be an authentic person, just talking.
You want to be an authentic person, then you take the fucking heat. That's being authentic. If you want to be authentic, then like if you are 100% authentic, somebody is going to hate the shit out of you for it. Somebody somewhere, and they're going to get a bunch of other people to hate the shit out of you, and they're going to say shit to you.
Video in regards.
Well, that's just it. If you're liked by 100% of people, you're doing something wrong, right?
You always just get too much of turn off his computer, go get a beer. Yeah, there you go. Here's what I think. Is this a possibility too? Maybe I'll go racial angle here. All right, Mudahar. I don't know if you're watching this or not. This whole thing about, this just being a hobby and you just want to have fun and what have you. And I'm sure at some level that's true, but it's a business. This is a serious business. Now, I grew up in Woodbridge, New Jersey. And in Woodbridge, New Jersey is a place called Island, right? It's also referred to as Islam and sometimes Little India, okay? So I think I got my credentials for growing up with a lot of people that were Asian Indians. Tons of friends, right? And you know what my friends used to bitch about? How cheap their parents were. These are very socially or economically conscious people, right? This is what I grew up. These are my friends. These are people I grew up with every Nihar Patel and all those other fucking guys. Is it possible that this is just a hobby for you and you don't need the money, but you're going to protect that shit no matter what, whether it's a dime or it's 10 million? There you go. Is that the possibility here that you don't want to lose the money? I mean, fair enough. Did your parents grain into you every fucking dime and penny should be saved? Because I remember my one buddy, his name was Nihar. I forget, he asked his, we were like 15, 16-year-old, he asked his mom for like $15 or something like that. And she said no. And he goes, Mom, we're not in Calcutta. I need the money. Is that what's going on here? I don't know. Are you just cheap? But you can't have it both ways, man. If you're gonna live by the seat of your pants, you might lose money. But you can rest on principle. And then he's probably saying, so what you're saying is Mudahar is Jewish. No, here's what I'm saying. Jews got a bad rap in that department, and Indians actually fit the stereotype. That's what I'm saying. In my experience growing up in New Jersey. Is that what's going on? Hey, look, it's a cultural thing. Like, I'm not sitting there saying he's fucking cheap or he's a bad guy cheap or anything like that. Is it a cultural thing? Because if you don't need this that much, why have these humiliation rituals? I don't get it. Or it's not a hobby and you need the money, which is fine too. I don't think there's any shame in being a professional YouTuber. Nothing. I don't know.
Well, over the course of the video he's made over time too. I'm pretty sure he has talked about where he doesn't spend stupid money like all these retards.
Yeah, I know, like all these other YouTubers.
And he spends them on like actual investments and shit that makes sense.
Sure.
Which, makes sense.
Sure, it's smart. Wish you would have taught that to me.
He does. My experience from what he's said is like he's more of the person that will pile it all up and take it to his grave and or pass it on to some sort of family if he has kids or whatever.
That's my grave.
But so much so where he doesn't spend fucking anything. Like, dude, when are you going to spend this if you're just never going to ever?
You know, my grandmother.
I mean?
But
He's
that's
just treating his investments
I
only.
like you're probably. I'm coming off like he's a real cheap piece of shit. I grew up with people like Mudahar, all right, like that really protect it, you know. And my uncle used to say that I mean, I said, like, why do they say all Jews are rich? My uncle would say, because they are. And he would say something, because they are all rich. He says, but it's okay, though. If we had the kind of money Jews have, we spend it all and be poor, because we're Irish, and that's what we do, all right? But here's the best part. They have all that money, and they can't spend it because there's some crazy thing, so they're miserable, just like us. So we're all the same. They have the money and can't spend it. We don't have the money and can't spend it. It's a win-win.
Yeah, it's just so conscientious where you like you just devote yourself
but see, I'm kind of saying, like, I'm not saying like it's a cultural thing. It's been ingrained. I get that. You know, I respect that, by the way. It is what it is. You know?
Yeah, you're better off. I mean, if you're going to be on one side of the spectrum,
I'd rather be on Mudahar's side. You know?
Yeah.
I told you about
towards the middle is obviously the one that makes the most
I told
sense,
you about my Italian girlfriend. I told you about my Italian girlfriend.
Yeah,
she could look at a fucking bank statement and tell you what your ethnicity was. And he said the best ones were the Chinese, better than the Indians and the Jews, by the way. They were the best ones are the Chinese. She could look at a Chinese thing and they haven't spent money in like 6 years, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And the worst were African Americans, and the worst of all the white Americans were Irish Americans. She used to say, the O'Reillys overdraw. They're right. I know. I grew up with that shit. You know?
Argentinian president, the Argentinian president doing a crypto rug and, you know, being a part of a crypto rug, so to speak. And the thing about it is, these videos do really well.
By the way, I don't know anything that's true about Mudahar, but I just wonder, you know.
But as somebody that witnesses the content, somebody that loves the engagement, right? Like, I love to read comment sections in videos. That is probably the best part of doing YouTube content.
Where the Polacks fit, better than the Irish, strangely enough.
Creation is reading the comment sections of what a video has to offer.
You're Polish?
Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a very round face.
You know my surname.
Yeah, I forgot.
Well, you
it.
also know my surname, so.
I forgot your surname.
Here, I'll type it out for you.
Well, I trust you. Type it out for me.
There.
Yeah.
No, I did.
Let me see.
Oh, you typed it on YouTube, Chad. Jeannie, what the fuck are you doing?
No, I didn't. I'm not a tard.
God, I knew somebody. I knew a girl with your last name in high school. I'm not even joking. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, I know the coat of arms that's associated with it because I thought, oh, maybe I'll do a assessment on it, and it's just it was like instead I did it about horse cocks.
Polish Americans are known for being super easygoing on the fence about everything. The Polish are known over here for stealing your fucking car. You know, that's the same. They have a completely different. Like in the States, kind of dim, easygoing, on the fence about everything, doesn't want to. That's the Polish American. Polish over here, they're all gypsies and they'll steal shit.
Offer. The problem with covering videos like that is, generally speaking, when it comes to highly politicized figures, people like, you know, Trump or Elon Musk or really anybody in the space, I would go far as to say even videos on characters like Keffels, for instance. It makes the comment section completely useless. It really makes
useless. It's not there for use. It's just there for people to express themselves. So you know,
listening to this back now again, it makes me think of the whole Nerd City thing with the fucking Discord.
Yeah, it does. It does. You can't control that. People are gonna fucking react. That's what the comment section for, is to speak your fucking mind, even if it's insane.
I want my comment section to have a higher level of intellect. Guys. You have to be better. Like, fuck.
Do better.
Until you guys can be civilized, you have lost political and commentary privileges. Like, so fucking gay.
Like. Well, I've heard Twitchers say stuff like I've heard Twitchers say like stuff like that, like say, control your community. Well, to what extent? I control my Discord, control my community? Fuck off. You know, I mean, the only thing you'd say is like, yeah, don't brigade that person. That's it, and that usually causes a brigade. So you're better off just shutting the fuck up. Yeah.
Engaging with the content effectively the hardest thing to do. So what I mean by that is, let's say that you talk about somebody who does a crypto scam, right? You know, you can bring up all the facts.
I'm gonna go in all his videos now and just say, you know what your problem is? You're a cheap Indian. You know, I'm just, no matter what the topic.
And the evidence and whatnot. But generally speaking,
I would be behind him if you could somehow take a YouTube IQ test and it's filtered by IQ. You can have like below 100 and above 100. You can have two different comment sections.
Yeah. Like the turbo
and
nerd.
if people say stupid shit, you have like a little dash, like it has their username 2 days ago, and then dash like 72 IQ. Dude, you could just fucking tear into that. Dude, you could just totally
but I bet, like the turbo nerd says reel us in, Tommy. You know, but I mean, I have had things in my like. You know what I do in my chat, because obviously I can't go, you're a bunch of fucking morons, you know, people that like make the whole thing go, right? So I am at a disadvantage. But you can say something on principle. Sorry, guys, I disagree with that, and I'm not doing that. That's it, and then move on. And everybody just kind of fucking grumbles, and they watch the next day anyway. You know?
No, make an 11-minute and 32-second video declaring why you won't talk about it again.
No, it's my show.
Where's the community post retracting this afterwards?
Figures. It ends up being a pissing match. It ends up turning comment sections into a turf war. Remember on deep web browsing, I would just say, hey, I don't want my comment section turning into a turf war when I come to a rather unsavory looking website, which...
I don't care. You guys can all fight as much as you fucking want. It makes me bigger. I don't care. Call each other names, dox each other. I don't fucking care. It's not my fault.
On the topic of deep web browsing, enjoy it tomorrow. I had to wait and edit the video out a little bit because I spoke to God. Long story there, which you'll get to see very soon. You know, when you cover, you know, topics that, you know, are highly, I guess you could say controversial, or, you know, topics like politics, where unfortunately the discussion of it has become almost like a team sport.
It's always been like that. That's the thing that gets me about all
this. This is what I don't
understand.
understand.
Like, I've been hearing this since I was a kid, by the way. There was a time when politics were clean. No! There wasn't a good time. There wasn't a good space. It's always been vicious, power-hungry bastards. By the way, Destiny's nothing new. Nothing new. There's nothing new about him. It's never, ever been a clean thing to talk about. And if you're thinking about, oh, there was a time and a place where people were you know, more polite or what, you're lying to yourself. There was a time and a place when people put that front up, maybe.
Sports type of deal, where, you know, you're either left, right, you're either for, against. You know, nobody really in this sphere wants to engage properly with the content.
No,
even
they
with
don't.
Like political content,
Exactly.
right? Like researching a video that I've now scrapped. For anybody that wanted to know what the video was, it was Doge.gov, a federal government website, apparently, quote unquote, getting hacked.
Donated $5. I love the idea that anytime I click on a Muta video I just see a comment from you. God, you're such a cheap Indian. And then another comment below, yo, can I borrow $15?
Yes, Daddy, that's what I'm going to be doing.
It was all over the news, and being somebody that talks about cybersecurity, I felt, yeah, this is up my wheelhouse. I don't engage with it in a politics sense. I don't really care, because again, I'm a Canadian, not a fucking American. Not really my neck of the woods. But, you know, I wanted to talk about it because people were saying there was a serious hack. And I actually filmed the video. I went through showing what the hack was, which, by the way...
You know, it's like his friend CoffeeZilla is getting fucking his pantsuit off on principle because he's standing on principle. You know?
It was some real script kiddie nonsense, so to speak. And I thought it would be a funny, goofy video. But honestly, seeing the last few...
Yeah, but Tommy, the golden... Yeah, Walter Cronkite. They always bring up Walter Cronkite, who's as biased as they come. The guy who probably extended the Vietnam War single-handedly. Sure. Yeah, it was a golden time. A biased reporter who would lie all the time.
Weeks when it comes to political content and just, you know, talking about a political creator, you know, as a side tangent almost. Tangentially related to the main topic. Nobody engages with the main topic. They always just turn the comment section into a massive, complete pissing match. And I know for core audiences that watch, that's not something that I think you want to see. That's not something I want to see. And as somebody that, you know, produces content...
Yeah, Moda, get a hold of that. Well, just make some bands.
For my core audience first, it's not a route that I think is worth going down into. And that's realistically where the crux of this video is. That's really what has to change.
God, so fucking
I've noticed this
So
happen.
he's basically telling people what they can and can't say. Am I wrong?
You know what else this reminds me of? Tommy, you've really upset my mods, Tommy. I think you should apologize.
Well, he's basically telling people what they can and can't say.
Guys, you're upsetting my core audience in the comments. You have to be tame.
Do you imagine like having like a hockey or any kind of sport, and you have to tell like the Boston Red Sox fans to get along with the Yankee fans and be intelligent about this stupid subject, Come on, show some respect.
God.
With
that's what he's asking. He's asking the ridiculous.
Characters like Keffels, for instance, where a year ago, actually a year ago, I talked about this character and I basically looked at the misuse of $100,000, and in this entire story, it really felt like nobody really wanted to even engage with the scam part of it. It really just became a culture war topic because Keffels is a trans person, and that became the focal point of it.
No shit. I mean, does he really want me to believe that he didn't know that going in? That like both sides, the left and the right.
Of course, it's going to be the
left and the right. Well, you mean people have agendas, Muda? Oh, I'm so enlightened now. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I know what he's saying. I know, but see, I think that's a byproduct of doing a controversial person or topic.
Yeah,
he seems to think it's like this is like a revelation of some kind. Wow, this is really crazy. People act nuts. No, it's of course the lefties are going to use it to their advantage, and the righties are going to try to use it to their advantage. And what you're supposed to do is stay the course, make it as unpolitical as possible, and just show the numbers. But nobody wanted to engage. No, a lot of voices didn't want to engage in that. It just matters if your T's are crossed and I's are dotted. How people take the art, so to speak, is up to them. And if they ask you, well, what side of the culture war do you fall on? Here's what you say: neither. I think my work speaks for itself. Keffels is a scammer, regardless of her political affiliations. That's it. That's it. But don't you think? I repeat, Keffels is a scammer. The culture war part of it, you guys can do what you want with that, but it's not for me. My point was to show we had a political person scamming people out of money and still continues to do it to this day. That's it. That's it. Stick to your guns. But I don't know. He has a problem doing that.
So really, after all of it, it just made me realize it's not worth talking about certain issues like this because nobody wants to engage with the fact that there was misuse of funds. It really just comes down to, hey, we have an enemy. This guy made a video. Let's use it as ammunition, yada, yada.
He needs to get out. If he's speaking honestly, which I don't know that he is, he needs to get out. He needs to meet more people. He needs to see more people. Because if he's actually that befuddled about people with political advantage agendas of using stuff to their advantage and ignoring the overarching point, I mean, like, he's not as smart as I thought he was. And I'm pretty sure he's smarter than me.
Yada, yada, and so forth. And that's, in my opinion, not good. It's not good content to really
So when I think he's smarter than me, I think everything that's coming out of his mouth is bullshit. Like he's trying to manipulate the audience into thinking he's somebody that he's not. If you want to be a part of the culture war, you want to be a part of it, say you're a part of it. Take a side. Pick a side, motherfucker. If you don't want to pick a side, stay neutral, do your thing, and don't weigh in. What was your point with this video? To show she was a scammer. So how do you feel about the right using it this way? I have no opinion. My whole point was to show that this person was scamming, regardless of if it was Donald Trump or anything. I'm always going to point crypto scams out, or I'm always going to point what kind of scam did she run? She was just like a political money making scam. That's it.
Into it's not really worth going down that road because the engagement for that isn't really centered around the actual discussion on the video topic itself. Which, again, when it comes to things like crypto scams, I like talking about.
Yeah, the left centered it around that you hate trans people, and the right centered it around she's a scamming commie. Like, what did you expect? What did you expect?
Those scams and whatnot. But
you know what else he sounds like? He sounds like Gamer Gators. Hold on.
Might leave Muta because of this video. Do you and your wife want to start a trouble?
No, I disagree with that. I like Doe, and I hope they stay happy forever. And I'm not engaging with. Well, I'll take your money, but I'm not engaging with that. There you go. Take a like. I just went against Muda. Perfect example. I just went against one of my donators. I will not engage in that. I don't think that's funny. All right, and I will take the fucking heat for that. It's that simple. No, I think that's a bridge too far. I really like Doe, and I hope they have a wonderful marriage. And she loves her man a lot, and is willing to fucking take a beating.
Tommy,
for it.
I think
What?
you should make a 12-minute video explaining why you don't want donations with that sort of context.
Yeah, you can donate like that all the way, but I'm not fucking. Yeah, you give me all the money you want. No, I like Doe a lot. I stand by. I like Doe. I don't even hate him that much. I just think he's a ridiculous person and become a ridiculous person. And I think he kind of stabs us in the back a little bit.
You can do a bunch of research into it, and the reality is there's going to be people that ignore the entire meat of the video, which is researching into the crypto scam, and will find some way to excuse somebody that they've idolized.
Oh, look what happened to Willie. All those fucking douchebags over there. It's like, well, you didn't do enough of this, and maybe you could have done more of this and less than that, and then maybe you could have, your opinion is kind of a milquetoast. You didn't do enough research, or you didn't do the research the way I should, or you didn't do enough Destiny. You did too much President Sunday. Like, you got to ignore that shit. And what does Willie do? He goes into that bad faith environment, debates them all, and does pretty well. You know,
in some cult-like fashion, and it's weird. It really is weird to see. Like talking about Doge.gov,
it's normal.
How many people in that video will actually engage with it because of the hack itself, and then how much of the comment section is going to be just people arguing about what side is right and what side isn't. You know, as a content creator, the coolest thing is like when you see like 1,000 comments on a video. Because I'm somebody that likes lurking internet forums and just reading internet discourse, right? Especially when
just by him saying that, if he's one of those people, he has to know that internet forums are complete and utter bullshit. You mean he goes into internet forums and says, "Wow, these people are really fucking
not
brilliant."
If you go to a good one, Tommy.
Yeah,
where it's
exactly.
finely pruned only
bullshit.
for the finest of
it's bullshit. It does. It sounds like bullshit.
Teddy donated $5. Whoever donated as Muta's wifey Tommy will laugh really hard if you do the same exacto no but for $100.
Yeah, I guess.
When it comes to topics I enjoy. So when you read 1,000 comments, you're like, all right, shit, let me line up and get ready, boys. Let me read that shit all day. And then the comment sections aren't even really about, you know, the topic, the meat and potatoes. It's just about defending a guy who is the topic of the video or tangentially related or shitting on the guy. That's all it is. So realistically, that is what I really feel like has to be changed. And there's a whole lot of other slew of content that I have in the works that I'm making anyways. Obviously, you know, when it comes to the gaming industry, Xbox is something that I definitely want to talk about. And I've got some really interesting things to say, in my opinion, over there that involve Xbox, virtual machines, and a way...
No, that'll never get toxic. My first introduction to toxic fucking debates was, man, Sega Master System sucks, Nintendo's better. like that. No, the gaming conversation is always like on the level. You know, give me a break.
For them to actually get
Tommy,
out of some...
It's because online discourse has gotten so toxic. That's why you have these sorts of debates in person in a bar, and have, like, for instance, having a friendly discussion about VR. That went well.
I almost got a fist fight over a VR conversation. If you guys know that story, I came so close. To
so
guy.
It's just as stupid and idiotic in person as well as online, huh?
Well, I was going to hit that guy not because he was talking about VR. I was going to hit that guy because he wouldn't shut the fuck up. Never forget that guy. Fucking Gordy, Scotsman had to come over and say, you guys got to calm down, all right? And then I was like, all right, it's Gordy, your place, I respect it. So we both got quiet. The guy leaned over to me and he said, I don't like this uncomfortable silence we're having. I was like, what are you, my fucking wife? Gordy started laughing at him. Uncomfortable silence. What are you, a woman?
Serious
I just
sales
can't believe you
problems
didn't think VR was ever going to get better.
Yeah. God. No, that's not what I said. That's what he kept saying over and over again. No matter how I answer the question.
They've had. I want to talk about, agencies like North Korea. Crypto stuff is not something that I'm going to ignore. But I'd rather just, instead of talking about, fun things, in my opinion, like a president doing or being a part of a rug pull or at least promoting it.
So here's what happened. So all the MAGA nuts went after him because he called it a rug pull. Well, if you're a fucking principled person, you would stand by it. You don't have to fucking double and triple it down if it hurt your overall product, but you can stand by it. You can stand on fucking principle, and you don't have to make this video basically saying I'm never going to do this again because it just makes you look like a coward. If you think Trump done a rug pull, he did a rug pull.
It was a politician from Argentina. Had nothing to do with him.
It had nothing to do with him, but I mean, Trump's been accused of doing a rug pull. It was the meme coin, right?
No, I'm pretty sure it was for Argentina.
Argentina. Oh,
like,
okay. But I've heard Trump being accused of doing a rug pull, and kind of looks like it from what I saw. But this is why people hate crypto.
About something like, North Korea, which it really feels like if you want to have discussions on topics like this, the people you have to talk about must be unanimously like the most disliked people in the world.
No shit. If you're going to criticize somebody who's popular, you're going to have to take he just admitted he doesn't want to take any heat. He wants it easy. He wants it to be easy. All right, do it easy then. And I don't know why he's telling us that. And it's a little difficult to take him seriously in the future if he's not willing to risk his own reputation on criticizing people. If you're only going to take easy targets.
It's funny, you can talk about crypto, and the moment you talk about somebody like Trump or whatever, it becomes a highly politicized topic. The moment you talk about
because he's the president of the United States,
Logan Paul, everyone suddenly gives a shit about what you have to say
of course.
With cryptocurrency and blockchain technologies. It is, ladies and gentlemen, just the world in of itself. And I really think it's just how things have kind of gotten. Like looking at political content on the internet, one of the weirdest things that I've seen in research for the Doge.gov video was like, seeing a whole bunch of like political creators talk about Elon getting like a girl pregnant or something. And I'm like, man, if this is like, it really felt like, watching like, the
It is Argentina? Okay. What were you saying? You're right.
Inquirer, like the tabloid journalism.
I talked over it. Oh, okay. Who cares? It doesn't matter.
Pages you saw when you're like checking out from the grocery store where the gum is put. They have like the little magazines that are like, hey, Martha Stewart just got impregnated by Bigfoot. We have photos of the kid, right? It's like, bro, the most insane batshit nonsense. It just exists as like culture warfare fodder. And it's not something I really want to engage with content going forward. So this video that I'm speaking
cross out drama, cross out politics.
from the heart here is mostly for the actual core viewership. And it is what it is. I think the core audience doesn't enjoy it, and I certainly don't enjoy watching, entire videos with research and effort put into it completely thrown to the wayside, and the actual engagement with it just comes down to people using it as ammunition for a culture war that I am not even a part of. I'm not intelligent enough to be part of some political culture war, whether that be in the gaming sphere, which unfortunately there's a lot of that there.
No shit.
I'm not into it for the political side. There's a lot of content.
Guys, I'm really sick all this time. I'm not going to do any gaming stuff anymore. Some ordinary gamers. I'm waiting for that one.
Creators that I watch for gaming that, recently all I see on their feeds is just Trump, and like, fucking this politician bad, this politician good, from every angle. And it's fucking exhausting. And to sort of
unsub,
see it bleed into my content.
But he's fucking like you bleed into your content. You brought it up. You went into that arena. It's unbelievable to me.
And in some cases in my community, it's just something where I feel like I have to course correct and really personally step away from. But yeah.
Dude, just talk about the shit you want to talk about.
By the way,
he does this thing where he has to preface everything before he talks about anything. Like, guys, this is my escape, whatever. Like, what's funny, Tommy? I found a video that was how long ago was this? 2 weeks ago. And you want to hear at the very beginning of what he says before he starts this, Tommy?
What does he say?
Listen to this. Listen.
All right. Okay.
Now, I don't really talk about politics on my channel.
Like, dude, come on.
Come on. Here's another thing. I got news for all of you. From Nick Diorio to fucking PewDiePie to goddamn
Nick just covered it, so
yeah. I got this. No, this whole community shit. It's not your community. It's theirs. Mine too. You're just You're in the vessel. That community is an ocean, and it can overturn you anytime. It's not yours. It's never your community. It's theirs. It's the people in the chat. You're just coasting on those waves. When people say my community, it just drives. Personally, me personally, I mean, I know what they mean, and they're just being expedient in their speech. It's not yours. Shop from the Point is not my community. It's not.
I mean, that's
I don't
the
own
YouTube
it. It's
motto,
theirs.
though, is you ride the wave and you keep the balance. That's what you
balance. That's it. It's not mine. It's yours. This isn't mine. I mean, my channel's mine. The content I decide is mine. My community, they're the waves on the boat. They make the whole fucking boat float. It ain't yours. I mean, you can rudder things with the boat and steer it, but it doesn't mean you can't get hit with a tidal wave either. I'm not going to do any videos anymore. Yeah, it's kind of what it sounds like.
Wanted to make this video, wanted to really talk about it, wanted to give an update.
Bad idea.
Wanted to just speak my mind. But yeah, I'm going to go back to recording some of this game. I'm going to go back to hacking that PlayStation 3 and installing Linux onto it.
I have an idea. Let's make fun of Mudahar's community by reading his comments.
Because that is part of the video. I actually have found a backwards compatible PlayStation 3. Let me tell you something right now.
That was a hard thing. I spent $300 and it didn't work.
Been in hell to find this.
Yeah,
thing.
It's not fucking easy. I'll give you that. And I'm not going to stop watching Mudahar either. I like when he covers stuff like that. I do, right? And I don't mind when he covers politics. And I don't care when he covers cultural war issues or if he does YouTube drama. But you know what? In order for him to take me seriously, he's going to have to start taking a lot more responsibility for his fuck ups and a little more guts when things could start, when the boat starts rocking a little bit. That's what I'm going to say to Mudahar. I don't hate him. I wish him success. He's already way more successful than
he literally treats his content how Pirate Software treats raids. Like at the moment it starts going south, they're like, "Oh shit, guys! I gotta flash out of here."
Do you think like when you get as big as him, and you start saying things like "my community," that you just get a complete maybe his problem is his worldview is just so far off from reality when it comes to his community that he just can't do it anymore. I don't think Mood is stupid. I really don't. He's not a stupid man.
I think he just misses being smaller. Like you're almost 4 million subs now.
Yeah, that's true. Nice.
When you were doing deep web browsing, I'd have to look. I could find it real quick how big.
Hey, you know what I miss sometimes? I miss doing hockey sometimes. You know what I miss sometimes? Like I miss doing stuff with Jeff and Real Talk, and when 10 people were watching and we're laughing like a bunch of fucking idiots, right? And guess what happened when beta happened? I had to make adjustments, and it was never the same. You know what I miss? I miss you and Verse, or you and
okay, buddy.
Tobes. I'd miss that. Everything changes all the time. That was so much fun. Didn't we have a blast? That was like some of my greatest stuff. It was so fun. It was so funny. And then Tobes changed, and you wanted to do other stuff, and there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I know me and him had a big falling out, but it was like fucking over 5 years ago. I mean, but I don't look at it like, oh, I'm so mad at Tobes. I look at it like, that's the way people go. They go in different directions. The current took them this way. I love Tobes. I do. That's the way I feel about it. Not everything's going to save. You know what I miss sometimes?
Yeah,
Dr. Zhivago.
So you're not going to make a commentary video saying, guys, you were being toxic to Tobes in the chat. You guys drove him away. We could have had the golden era forever if you guys didn't drive Tobes away and make fun of him. You made him uncomfortable.
In some sense, they did drive him away, and they did. In some sense, they did. Because Tobes is a
and he can leave because he didn't like his role. That's fine.
And exactly. All right, go ahead.
But you're also not gonna scold everyone for
I'm not gonna scold everyone. They did kind of chase him away. He told me privately, I don't want to be Baba Booey. That's not I like doing it for a little while. I don't like doing it anymore. Guess what? Gotta move on. Don't hate you.
Yep.
Don't want to do it. It was a really funny bit, and I really liked it. But you know what? Do I understand that can be grading and wearing and all that other stuff? Sure. Yeah. So yeah, they did drive him away. But I'm not gonna sit there. You guys drove my favorite fucking guy away.
Okay, guys. When we bring Jeannie in, you guys need to not say anything about our kids.
Being
Okay?
a girl.
Very professional.
What did I tell you, Jeannie? You're gonna get shit for being a girl.
You guys need to be gentlemen in the chat, or else we're getting banned.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my
Chivalry's dead, guys. Come on.
Keep the discourse professional.
I should do a whole video. Oh, wouldn't it be funny?
Oh my god!
If I come out as like I should make a fake fucking video, right? Like, because this will go to members right after that, and I'll make a fake video about how I'm disgusted about the way Genie's being treated in the chat, right? And see all those fucking faggots cover it. Like, that would be fantastic, and we could just like play this part right here and laugh at them. That would be the funniest thing ever. And then when you guys see it, engage with it and say things like, if you're like a big fan, like, we'll do our best, Tommy, not to be so toxic and a little less what do you call it?
We all really learned a lot from this.
And then have all the other people come in there like, oh, Tom's got insane, he's changed. You know what the problem
Gamers don't lose, they learn. We all learned
probably
something
do some
today.
acting crying if you want.
You know what the problem with that is? You know what the problem with that is, though? Like, people take it fucking literally. They might as well do it literally.
And you're being sexist to Genie.
Yeah, sexist. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I can't feed my kids and I'm being sexist to Genie. Yeah, let's stop the sexism. You know, like, imagine. Oh God!
Only you
whatever the
stop
greatest
sexism.
thing. Yeah, let's stop the sexism with Genie in the chat. You know, I don't really know if that'd be the funniest. I might make the video.
Dude, it'd be really funny. You know, you really should do. You should. I should tell you this offline. I should maybe write this down.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going private, right? Okay, so
you
should work with Vega. Get him to make you a little template that says "end sexism." Like, you know how they put that cringe "end racism" at the end of each touchdown in zone for NFL. You should have "end sexism," and you can just put it on your the top of your template or something, and never bring it up. Just have it on there.
I just went right to
Oh
I just went right to unlisted, so I didn't forget.
End sexism, and just have it in text above you, like a little logo branding.
That would be so funny, man.
Never forget, guys.
Genie, I'm leaving
Johnny
SFTP.
donated $5. I'm leaving SFTP after Tommy and his community treated me so awfully. I chose to donate this instead of saying it in voice call cause I'm just crying too much right now. Router ends sexism.
That is so sad.
I am so tempted to do it.
That is so sad.
I hate money. I am so tempted to do it. I think I might make the video and then send it to you and Genie and see how it goes. Because even though I'm talking it right, somebody's going to fucking fall for it. Like, even if it's not those douchebags and stuff like that, they'll just unsub.
God, we should have Core edit like a video together of everyone like doing an interview with Genie. She could be fake crying.
Yeah.
And then he'll do an interview with me. He's like, you know, like, I really like Tommy. I've known him for like since 2018, 2019.
Oh, that's so
and just do fake leaks from like the staff server or something. Like, this has really gone too far. Like, it's been slowly escalating.
Yeah, they can't say I'm doing a gay op because I'm already like talking about it in public. I just see what happens. You know, I think a lot of people are like, man, I always knew you were a fucking woke fucking asshole. Like, unsub. Like, we'll get something like that. You know. Oh God!
I mean, how many times have people thought that Bunny died? Like,
no, fucking Will did.
Yeah, the taxidermy suggestions.
Wait, Will thought Bunny died? What a dumb fuck!
Yeah,
not Willie.
That proves that Transformers is for retards.
I felt for it. I was like, look, I got a message. A person mentioned my phone. Like, I'm really sorry about Bunny. I know Tommy really loved him.
It's so stupid.
I'm like, I yelled at him. Are you fucking an idiot? And the cat's biting me at the end of the video. Oh, mate, I didn't watch. Like, go look at it again. And then I'm like, I was unbelievable. Like, I'm looking at the comments of the cat dying, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I could be in trouble here when I come out and say the cat didn't die. Like, people could be like really pissed off. So the solution to the problem was to pretend I was going to taxidermy. And then, only then, like, I had to fix it. And she moved at one point in the fucking video.
They're so stupid.
I know. And I just said,
everyone just takes everything at absolute face value and not a
I
second
got up.
one.
I
It's
said,
so
look,
crazy.
my cat died. What do I do? Tommy's coming home from school now. And she was like, you know, the cats, they lay in a ball. And I was like, you know, literally, should I wait or should I just like throw out in the garbage? Or maybe, like, I mean, how long does it take? Can you guys help me out on Twitter? How long does it take for them to start to stink? you know. And maybe I'd want to get taxed because I gotta admit because she's rolling the ball. She looks like kind of cute right now, you know. And I was like, I don't know, like let me know what you think, you know, in the comments below,
dude. And
only then,
you know what I think it is.
Only then, I think you're trolling me.
You know what I think it is? I just think because this YouTube shit got so serious where people actually idolize these idiots now.
I know.
And so everything you say is taken at face value because you're like held on this pedestal for no reason at all.
Yeah, exactly.
With no qualifications.
Yeah.
And then you just can't do satire at all anymore.
No, they really killed it. They really killed satire. I know what I knew satire was actually...
That's like the dumb fuckville with moron seeds. Like Tommy 70-30 is just absolutely disgusting.
The guy is so stupid. Good thing I'm a dumb fuck. Good thing I was born in dumb fuckville and raised on moron seeds. That sounds like a steal.
Yeah.
Fuck. Read the Nova Flag. So stupid. Read the Nova Flag.
Tommy, how long ago was this? 70-30? Is that considered good or bad? Dude, come on.
Tommy, come on.
I expect this kind of shit from Kel, but it's like everyone, dude. They're all so fucking dumb. God, it's unbearable.
Why? Just have some fun. You remember when Nick used to make fun of me when he was like, "Oh, Tommy wants to bring back the funny, hoary fucking R." He should have been rooting for me. Really? Oh, it's ridiculous. You can't even do it. You know what I knew satire was dead though? When remember the guy used to he became a part of Get From The Point. John Scream.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, he did a video where maybe we could watch it. Let's see.
We can.
Yeah, that's still
with me
and
Scarce.
And it's
Scarce having a gay relationship, and they're like, Scarce isn't gay. Are you? This is ridiculous. Like, dude, come on. You're surprised that Get To The Point a bit?
No, it wasn't his bit. It was his. It was his bit. I don't know.
It was his channel. Yeah.
It was his channel. And he said that we had a gay relationship, and then he goes, "We have audio," you know, like people were writing in the chat. People were writing in the chat, like, if Scarce is gay,
I have audio of Tommy and Scarce having gay sex, and they're like, "No way, this is real." It's like, why, of course, you fucking idiot. What are you talking about?
John Scream, like, was that his name or John? What the fuck did he call himself? I haven't talked to him in years. We got to see if we can find.
Let me see. Hold on.
Was it John Scream? Because I haven't talked to him in years. He got too busy at work. Maybe he took his channel down. I don't fucking know. Oh man, it's stupid. We got to find this video if we can. You find it? It's probably so buried in the algorithm. Let's see. Filter channel. And he got like 100. He finally got like 100,000 views on something. And they're all like, "If Scarce was gay, he would never go for somebody like Tommy C." Like, and that's what I knew. Is like, oh, it's really over. Everything's got to be like reality show fucking. Like, you can't just fuck around. And then my brilliant idea after I realized that is to get to the point. And then, like, why are you acting like that, Tommy? It's because it's an act. He was a really funny guy.
I'm on the lookout for
What did you rename that channel to? What is it called now? Is it Yo?
Around the Tube News is what it looked like.
Around the Tube News. Around the Tube News, yeah. We gotta find this.
So I think I found the video of you reacting to it.
Oh, I think I found it.
You did. Send it over here. It's really good.
Yes, yeah, because the top comment actually used like common sense and said, "Knew Tommy was hiding something. Excellent investigation, John Scream."
By the way, we got a song in.
I wouldn't.
Really?
I wouldn't.
Fuck it, let's go. Yeah, all right, that's enough.
I tried to warn you. I've screened it already.
All right, just one clip wouldn't be that bad.
God, just listen. Just listen to me, man. Fuck.
I wanted to do that one.
I was trying to be like, not.
It's not like I'm gonna clip it. And put it out there.
I sent it to you. I sent it to you.
You sent it to me. All right.
Yeah, because I'm listening to it, and like at the end,
Here it is.
like,
We got it. Yeah, here we go. This people
saying
fought
some racist shit at the
Hello
end.
and welcome
Like,
to Around the
goddamn
Tube
scary.
News. My name is John Screen.
7 years ago.
On May 4th, my team of investigators uncovered audio from a private phone conversation that appeared to show Tommy C and Scarce using the code word stick fight to describe their sexual transgression.
I know you like it when I talk like this. Just open up for me like you did the other night.
Okay, let's stick fight. Tomorrow. Same place, same time.
Since this audio's release, Scarce has been very slow to upload. In fact, he hasn't posted anything since May 24th. Some have speculated that Tommy is involved with Scarce's disappearance. I wanted to dig deeper to find out if this whole thing was just a coincidence.
Oh my god,
so
you
my
see
team
the
and I
dislike
flew to Germany.
ratio?
Yeah, look at this.
You fucking idiots! Oh my god, you're so dumb.
Yeah, look at that.
And after days of rigorous
Jesus.
tracking and research,
And this is after they got rid of the dislike button. So the only thing that you're seeing here is the
Oh yeah,
dislike
it's not
bar.
accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, like no, this is
Yeah,
less
yeah, there's
accurate.
definitely
So there's
more.
even more there. There's even more there. Yeah.
I found the location
Oh, yeah,
where
there's
Scarce
definitely
and Tommy C have their infamous stick fights.
Was the
I wandered
description
the
of the
woods for
video
almost
like always
10
the
hours
same?
before I finally found Scarce.
It
Because
literally
if it
says
is, they're
satirical
literally
YouTube
charged.
drama
Less
channel.
than 3
No,
miles
look at the
away.
description.
All
it says
stories
it.
are fake or mostly fake. That is not John Scarce. The poll is fake. Parts that aren't fake are likely taken out of context, such as real videos and real pictures.
God, you
And it
guys
was
really
influenced
did your
to the truth.
research,
It's
you
purely
fucking morons.
coincidence.
Yeah, what's the thing with Willie Mack? He didn't do enough research, and then he did do enough research. He did too much research by contacting the victim. Is that what we're talking about?
That he's not doing
Thomas
enough
Howe.
research, and he's fawning this fake intellectual act as if he's
Willie? He's a working class guy. I fucking know.
Coming up on Scarce now. He's right around this corner. Scarce? Scarce, can you hear me? I'm John Scream with Around the Tube News. Step outside, please. What are you doing out here, man?
Oh, hey, John. 400 subscribers, man. That's a.
We're not here to talk about my subscribers. You do realize Tommy's married, right?
Tommy who?
What are you doing? Tell me what you're doing.
Just camping out. It's a beautiful day.
Where'd he get that
Just
guy?
camping out.
Yeah. Just camping out.
I captured Scarce and brought him back to the United States.
Dude.
But unfortunately, because of the YouTube ad boycott, I am forced to keep him as my prisoner. I give him water every day, and I think his living conditions are fair. I really don't like keeping him locked up like that, but times are tough. Ads aren't playing on my videos, and Scarce was taking a lot of my viewership. At least on the bright side, it makes it easier for Tommy and his wife, knowing that they don't have to worry about Scarce's seduction anymore. And it also makes it easier for you guys watching the news. There's a lot less confusion with only one John around. I don't plan on releasing him anytime soon. But speaking of the news, I want to talk about news you can trust. You know, with so much information coming at you at all times, it can be hard to distinguish what's real and what's fake. So I conducted a poll to help you decide which news sources you can trust the most for your online entertainment. Based on telephone interviews conducted over the past 3 days with 7,500 adults throughout the United States, 15% chose Drama Alert, 25% chose Philip DeFranco, Scarce, obviously, don't have to worry about him anymore, and 60% of the people chose Around the Tube News as their most trusted source for online entertainment. While I am very proud of my team for these results,
You know what
I
would be
also-
really funny? It should have been like 95 and it had to make no mathematical
like
sense.
like 98%.
Yeah, something like that.
but recognize that we aren't above making mistakes. So that's why I want to conduct this poll every week to ensure that you guys, as consumers, know who to trust with the most current of events. That's all the stories we have for today. Thank you for watching Around the Tube News.
That guy was super fucking funny and mega talented.
Dude, if he did this, just kept doing this with like big YouTubers, this could have been fucking huge.
He has
But
a
people are so
he had
stupid.
a fucking
It's
job.
so funny.
You read this stuff. New Tommy.
And dude,
was,
the description, Tommy, is the same one from when he uploaded it 7 years ago.
Oh Jesus.
And you have people
Christ.
that are like, "That's not Scarce.
Mm.
It's a fucking joke." I know that was a horrible joke. Like, oh my.
While the
fucking
dislike,
God,
these are
blow
my
your brains
fans.
out.
Yeah, I know. Here's one.
Look at- yeah.
That's not Scarce.
Click the replies. Click the replies to it.
Click, hold
Yeah,
on.
7 years. No, the replies to that.
No.
Oh, that's not Scarce. Hold on a second.
The replies to that comment.
There, that's not Scarce. Read the descriptions. It's a hoax. HDD. I know that was a horrible joke. No, it's only a horrible joke because you got fooled by it. Cody Hoare, no shot, Sherlock. He meant to say no shit, Sherlock.
That didn't sound like scarce though.
Man, like some of these people get it. Like, man, scarce must be a wild thing. I'm glad you fed and gave him water. Oh man, Jesus Christ, it's generally fucking hilarious.
That's not scarce. His voice is super different from real scarce.
I know.
Yeah, that didn't sound like scarce though.
Unbelievable amount of likes and a fantastic video. What the fuck? That was not scarce.
That's not scarce. His voice is super different from the real scarce. That's not even scarce.
That ain't scarce.
Jesus Christ. This is like a bootleg channel, right? News. Well, you found him out. This guy right here. You figured. Yeah. Man.
That is not scarce.
What the fuck? That is not scarce.
Looks like
That
I
is
swear
scarce.
to God, I saw one in there. He would never go for Tommy C if he was gay, and he's not gay or some shit like that. The guy who played Scarce is hysterical.
Doesn't even sound
That's
like
not.
scarce.
This is fake. That's not even the real scarce. I saw his latest video. He looked very different.
Unbelievable. What the fuck is his channel? I mean, yeah, that's the way I felt. That's what I saw. I don't think I know him when I knew him when they made it. Like
Doesn't even sound remotely close to them. It isn't even funny at all.
So stupid.
Yeah. Well, maybe
This is
why
this
Mudahar
is a joke, right?
Yeah. You know, you can't. I guess we
Yeah,
can't,
no shit, you fucking retard.
We can't. I guess we can't blame Mudahar too much after reading this shit.
Was this a joke? You know what? After this, I'm with you. Clean the comments section. Let's do it over again.
This is a joke, right?
Was this a joke?
Clickbait.
Clickbait.
Fake question mark?
No, it's real.
This is completely fake. Also, I'm just saying that this could be very serious, as I mean, maybe he was kidnapped. We'll never know, and this shouldn't be posted as a joke. Or he's just taking a break from YouTube. But I need to say that your channel is fake news. Dude, I can't take this.
Don't worry, we always knew you were gay.
Fake. He's a liar.
It's fake. He's a liar. Oh, God damn. This is why you can't do funny stuff. Fake as fuck. Oh, God.
That's
fake.
not scary.
That's not fucking Scarce's voice. Fake.
Too fucking funny. I guess we're wrong about it. I take this entire stream back. Mudahar's right.
You fantasized about somebody thinking you weren't good enough to fuck Scares. That's what I've learned. You had a dream fantasy where someone told you weren't good enough for Scares.
And you're like, yeah, I am. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you 3 years ago would be good enough for Fat Scarce. I don't know what Scarce is on these days. I don't know if you could.
When's the last time Scarce put out a video?
Fucking while ago, probably.
I don't think his heart was ever 100% in it. He liked making money, but once it got old, he was.
Oh wait, Tommy, you're saying he didn't like when he was growing and his opposition smited him from orbit, so he couldn't grow larger than Drama Alert?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he like that?
No, I don't think. I think like it was cool for a while, and then he grew up. You know, I bet he doesn't even play. If I get a vibe on Scarce, I bet he doesn't play video games anymore. He puts out. Well, I bet a year ago he put out some stuff. Yeah, he put out. Let's see, a year ago, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 videos. 12 videos. Yeah. That's it.
3 times 4 is 12.
You know what the weird thing is about Scarce, though? If he wanted to come back full time, he could. Look at this, 300K, 300.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think he wants it that bad. You know, Scarce is killing it. He's a good guy too. Yeah.
You fucking idiot, Hezekiah.
I miss him. Let's see his last video. Hold on a second.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Scarce.
Oh
here.
my God!
Our story for today comes from the company known as MediaMov. Now, for those of you who don't know what this company is, it essentially would scam YouTubers by falsely copyright claiming their videos, okay? And this was a pretty big operation. This operation had 8 different employees who would just search YouTube and copyright claim.
I don't look at him. I like Fat Scarce better. What about you? I'm a big fan of Fat Scarce.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, this Scarce doesn't really come off as authentic, you know, not a really
Not
the real Scarce.
He actually looks kind of gay. He's a different person. Yeah, maybe he just, he got. Well, that's another thing too. If you get really into working out, you might just like lose interest in this shit. Like what am I going to sit around? If you remember, he really started going like stop doing something after he started boxing, and maybe the boxing sent him on a whole like healthy thing. You know what I mean? He looks older now too. He looks like about 30 there. How old is Scarce?
He's 27.
He's 27. Yeah. He's not a kiddo. Dude. He's not a kiddo anymore. Yeah, he was only like 19, 20 when he started doing this shit. Looks like Augie's older brother. No, he's a good guy. I miss him. Totally miss him. Anything else going on?
You want some funny stuff?
Genie, that's...
Yeah, sure. Send it. Ship it.
Okay.
Ship it.
So, let me find the first one. This one's from Will for you. Let me find it really quick. And then I've got another thing, because I know you know of Lord Miles.
Lord Miles.
He's
I met him
something.
once. Him and Tommy got along great. Tommy liked Lord Miles.
Where's that? Here it is.
It was so funny, like talking. It was so surreal talking to Lord Miles about getting kidnapped while my child was running around with a cowboy hat and like a gun. And Lord Miles, while he's talking to me and telling me this, she's going bang bang, and Tommy's going bang bang. It's pretty funny. Prankster sends Glasgow runners on a lengthy tour. Oh, is that him? Really? This is recently?
Yeah.
God, this is so funny. Runners in a 10K real race in Glasgow, which is where I met him. He wasn't Scottish, though. I don't think. We're sent in the wrong direction by Prankster who impersonated a marshal, buried signs by making a course. A-course race and someone moved the route arrow and impersonated the race organizer. This said 30 competitors, 2.k kilometers. The organizers said they could laugh about it, but they warned the safety of runners had been compromised. Oh, that's so funny. They apologized. I'm just going to make a great video. They apologized to competitors about the mischievous interference and offered effective runners a discount on entry to their next event. Look at these two dopes. We followed the signs. Jesus Christ. The 115 strong.
Who was it that you said did it?
I guess it's Lord Miles, according to her, right?
No, this is not Lord Miles. No, this is not. No. No, there's this, and then there's another one. It was a prankster.
This is some jackass in fucking Glasgow. They're Celtic people. They do stuff like this. I wonder if
I got nothing better to do.
Yeah. Jesus. I love being in Glasgow. I love the Scottish people. Yeah. I remember I went to I met this guy. He was like in his 50s. He's like, let's go to this bar, and it was like a Brazilian bar, right? And then he knew a lot of friends at his bar, and these chicks, they were out to date, and obviously I can't do that. And it was really weird. Like, who's your Irish friend? You're from Ireland, right? I'm like, no. Like, it was so weird. Oh, God. What a fun night. I just escaped from my wife. Is there anything else? Did you come out? Oh, there we go. Oh,
yeah,
okay. Okay, Lord Miles. Here we go.
They're in order, though, so just for you.
I should follow Lord Miles. Okay. I challenge Inevitable West to meet me in the idea of choosing within England, and I will verify he's English, but not promise to keep his identity anonymous. Inevitable West. What's going on here?
Yeah. So Inevitable West is one of those like Twitter ones, like Twitter pages, where it's all about like English nationalism, being white, stuff like that. It's like there's one that's similar that has like one among the Crusaders. It's a Christian one, and so they post out.
So
about
Lord
that.
Miles
like
says the guy's not really a Brit. They're saying he's like
he doesn't believe it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I bet he's right.
So,
I bet he's right.
This is the whole story.
What Brit would put an American flag and a Union Jack together? I don't know. I think maybe he's right. It's happening. We were doing a public Jeet test. I'm down. Oh, is that Jeet? Is that what he said? Is that what he's saying? So he's like racist too?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Furthermore, there's a Reddit account that uses his name created a few months before he joined X, with no name changes in his comment history. With no names in the comment history is on Indian Southeast Asian nationalism. What is he saying here?
So he believes he's from like India or at least Southeast Asia. So he's gone through this whole fucking like dive.
Oh, so Lord Miles is saying this guy's like a fake.
Yes.
Like
yes.
a fake racist and nodding. Oh, okay.
Yes. Scroll up because because it's this whole thread that's keep scrolling up. Just go to the very beginning. I don't know why it took you all the way down there.
So weird.
Okay. So see that
I believe he's Indian. He didn't know what signal was. His response timing lined up with a non-Western time zone. He tried to back out of the meeting, offering a fake meetup to keep an arrangement going. Then I sent an IP grabber through an alt of mine to him outside.
Show more. Click show more. No, go up.
See, we're doing a public G test.
Oh, God.
Show more.
There's scroll, go, move your mouse up and then to the left. That's not up. Up. No, that's too far left. No, you are such a tard.
What are you talking about?
Just click the show more.
Where does it say show
There's
more?
a fucking blue. Oh, look at then I sent. Look at then I sent. No,
literally on the
then
tweet.
I sent, and then right below it.
Then I sent. I don't know what you're talking about. Then I sent
an IP grabber through an alt of mine to him outside. Show more.
Okay. I got you. And I sent an IP grabber. I hate that. I blame Elon. That show more. Okay. God. Then I sent an IP grabber and an alt of mine outside of X, and it came up with India.
My fucking God.
All right. So he's got the guys.
You'd be lucky to fuck Scarce with that intellect.
Yeah, I know. What signal? I don't know anyone in the West, especially British nationalists, who doesn't know what Signal is. I don't know what Signal is.
I don't know either.
Signal is an anonymous app where you can chat without any sort of trace to yourself. Like people use it for like whistleblowing.
So Lord Miles is an English nationalist? I didn't know that. Lord Miles, the last great British explorer, goes to extreme places on Earth. Catholic. What great. I didn't know that. I just thought he was crazy. That's what I thought. Whatever. Anything else? Or is that all we got?
Yeah, that was basically. I think one of them was it's been almost a week and he's not agreed or counted the meetup I proposed. I believe he's not an Anglo-Saxon and therefore should be ignored. Hey man, still interested? Sure, an easier way to verify me. I'll send iPics or something. Just say we met up so you can keep your media spectacle. I'll send passport and driver's license or something.
You
or
could
both.
fucking send a video from Facebook if you wanted to, or like a live thing or something.
Yeah,
or
funny. Like just take a picture with the inevitable West or something like that.
You're not a real Englishman. You're not a real Englishman. All right, I'm going to tomorrow.
We're not going to even take any callers. Wow.
Oh, we have callers. I didn't know we had any.
Well, we don't yet because I didn't.
Oh, I didn't put it out there. All right,
yet.
All right, we'll do open phones. Open phones. Anything you want. Let's go. Let's do open phones. If not, we'll call it a Dizzy.
While we wait, then you can discuss your news.
Call it the Dizzy. Yeah. All right. See, no callers.
Well, you gave it 2 seconds.
You really keep coming at
fucking with you, Jeannie.
Might as well
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Jeannie, maybe we.
Well, now.
If I left my wife and you married me, you can nag me full time if you want.
Yeah, I need to get a raise for the fucking.
Yeah. You get a cut.
For
you get a direct cut then. Yeah, I think it's a direct cut. Yeah, I'm leaving my wife for Jeannie. Everybody. Why not?
Hell yeah!
If I'm gonna get nagged, let's do it right.
Yeah,
let's do it
gotta
right.
Make it official.
Yes. Oh man, no calls. Jeannie screwed that. My God, Judy. Tommy has a date with Chris.
You.
You're gonna make her fucking leave.
I'll be in big trouble if she does. Thoughts on Trump calling Zelensky a dictator? I hope he's playing that one right, because I don't want the Russians in my backyard. But that war is over. Over. All it can be is a quagmire for years to come. So, yeah. I don't know. Blame the first time they invaded that fucking place in Crimea was in 2011 or 12 because I was working in the movie theater. I remember that. And nobody really fucking did too much. Then they started all talking tough with what's his face, getting too close. They did everything they could to make that situation worse. But I am not pro-Russian, so I hope he's doing it right. 2014, that was it. Yeah. They didn't take it seriously until it was too serious. I saw this on. Well, definitely, it's not even your fault now. Everybody's calling in. I did see this on Drudge Report. Putin on the brink of victory. Europe back to 1938. What Europe needs to do is raise a fucking army and stop relying on the fucking Americans. But you don't have a warrior culture outside of England and maybe a little bit of Finland. The problem with England is that they don't have enough people. The problem with Finland, they don't have enough people. So maybe it's trying to redraw the lines. At least we're safe in a Cold War situation. Well, that's it. We done. We done so. Europe can defeat Russia on its own if we got our shit together. No, you could prevent it. If you got into it now, they'd kick your fucking ass. What did they just did a drill the other? Look, I have nothing respect for European soldiers. I worked with them while I'm always here, over here. But I'm sorry, if you had a draft, like a real draft over here, it would be a nightmare. You guys have been filled so much with left-wing bullshit and left-wing, and basically to hate your own country. If you've been filled with that for what, a generation since after World War II, now you're going to go die for it? I don't think so. You know, I was raised, and a lot of people I was raised around loved their country and was willing to die for it. Now you're going to put some fucking German kid in a uniform and hand him a goddamn gun and say, go die? No. That cultural change does not take place overnight. And if, all the lefties that want to see him to start World War III don't realize that. They got a big... You fucking pick a fight with this guy, he might end up in Poland. So consider you don't want big armies. You don't want to stand up to them until it's way too fucking late. Maybe it's trying to draw some new Cold War lines and hope for the best. I feel bad for Zelensky to some extent because what the fuck else could he do? He stood up the best he could. But we can't, throwing money into a fucking black hole, fuck that shit. I'm done with this shit. No one wants to hear me talk about that shit. I'm not even that super familiar with all of it. Here's what I don't want. I don't want World War III. I don't want my kid getting drafted by the Bundeswehr. That's what I want. Because I don't trust the Bundeswehr. I don't think they have a real... Outside of a few guys, I don't think they have a real fucking... I don't think they're right. Give me I wish I could show you that video. I'll sum it up in a minute. I'll sum up the German army. German soldier with Americans. This is a really funny video. And I'll tell you exactly what's going on behind the scene with Americans machine gun. Some of you guys probably seen this. Yeah, this guy. It's a funny video, right? This is not. I'm not knocking fucking. I'm not knocking. Oh, he's in a 50 cal. Okay, watch this. That's a German right there.
I've seen this.
Yeah, you've seen this before. And I'll tell you why he's doing it.
It's a machine gun. Machine gun.
Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm in trouble with that shit. Yeah. I didn't realize.
Clicks on the same video again.
No, it's not a different one.
It's a machine gun. gun.
Lay into it. Ah, yeah, it's the same one. You're right.
I told you it's the same shit's gonna happen again.
Here's what's going on here. All right, and this is what several Bundeswehr soldiers have told me. Okay, now they don't have to worry about that because this is an American-run range in Germany. I can tell by the forestry. All right, have you? The reason he's doing that, right, and not just, you're supposed to fucking lay into it. Goddamn 50 cal. Let's feel it, motherfucker. Go! Right? Because he's used to going in the range, firing, scrambling around trying to find his fucking brass, because if he doesn't come up with his brass, he's in serious fucking trouble. So he's not used to fucking lay into the shit. They got those Bundeswehr soldiers running around fucking crossing T's and dotting I's. Everything, every priority those guys have nothing to do with soldiering. So he was probably a little gun shy to do what they were there to do, and that's get a feel for that weapon. Instead, he's worried about fucking brass on the ground because the brass has to line up with the amount of rounds you shot. Now, you can't really do that with a 50 cal, right? And the Americans are not going to, all they're going to do is like clean that shit up, right? You got guys like that. You cannot send that into battle. Guys that are worried about counting fucking brass and doing fucking paperwork.
Fucking brass on it. That's so sick.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The Russians will rip your guts out. And you spent the last fucking, 50 years saying the Americans are warlike? You spent the last 50 fucking years acting like you're above it when you basically have a tax-free military in your backyard protecting you, allowing you to do all this socialist horse shit because you don't have to have a military budget? And you're going to send that in the battle? Good motherfucking luck, motherfucker. Ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. France is not based. Scandinavia's only got Finland. Sorry, Lynn. I mean, I'm sorry. Here's the thing. I'm sure you could get that guy. I'm sure he's like, if he's out there, this German soldier's out there, it's because he wants to be. But you know what most German soldiers I saw? Fucking looking at their watch every fucking range. Can't wait to go home because they don't care about being there. They just have to put, at the time, it was kind of like selective service. You had to go in and do your time, and if you got unlucky, you got picked for the military. Germany is not the rest of us. No, I'm sorry. I've worked with you guys in the military, and even if you're right, even if you've got hardcore motherfucking grunt Danes, you got enough of them. There's guys in they call it S9, GS9, right? They could kick my fucking ass. They're better soldiers than I could ever hope to be. You don't produce enough of them. Bosnia has deaths to settle.
You have callers, by
Eastern
the way, too.
Eastern Europeans are a whole different ball of wax. They're tough, but they don't get any money, which means they don't have a military. Generic mean, you're on the air. French. The last thing I do is trust the fucking French for anything militarily, historically.
Oh, okay. He's gone.
Generic meme, you're on the air. You need to have a warrior culture over here. And a culture that appreciates. Let me tell you something. I can't buy a coffee for myself in Atlanta. Is it that way in England when you see a guy in uniform? I bet it isn't.
All right.
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello.
You suck. I hate you. Bye. Winner, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up?
What do you got for me?
No, I just wanted to ask, how was John Scarce date with you, man? You've been cheating on him.
Oh, go fuck.
Spread that little commentary pussy.
There you go. Bye.
All right.
Bye. I can't even get rid of him.
Was his mic working?
Does Japan even have a military? They have a navy. Hard man wins wars. Fucking truth, you know. And I'm not dumping on. What do you want, dude? Talk. I hate you. I hate you. I hate your whole family. Fucking bye. Hello? Hello?
What's his mic working?
Here's a good one, G-Man. There's a reason that Poland is an emergent leader. He's right. They're sick of being stepped on. Yeah, he's right. not the early 2000s anymore. It's been like that since after the war. No, it's time to get your asses in gear. Encourage your
Spread
kids.
that little commentary pussy.
Encourage your kids that the military service is not a dishonorable job, and it's an important thing to keep our Western society together. To act like, the Germans, like, oh, like, you know what I was when the Germans, oh, you had to do, like, there's all sorts of way to get out of doing the Bundeswehr by some other fucking charity horse shit or something like that. It's not like that. You don't have to do Bundeswehr at all anymore. Merkel took care of that. And I wasn't terribly impressed with the Italian soldiers or anything else. They were part-timers. Like, when I was in, we lived it. It was all we talked about. Can you imagine being in that uniform all day? It's all we talk about is fucking army shit. We talked about work, pussy, and going out and fucking partying. That's all we talked about. I don't see that. I had a bunch of guys like, well, I can't wait till this is over so I can do my regular life. There's no regular. This is my life. You don't have enough of that. I did it until I couldn't do it. I wish I could go back. I'm too old and fat. Dez, you're on the air. Dez, do you want me not to like you too?
No, chill the fuck out.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Go. What do you want?
Man, give me a fucking break.
No, I don't want to give you a break. I want to fucking do a show. We ain't supposed to talk.
All right. Fun fact, I actually forgot what the fuck I was about to say. All right, I was about to tell you.
Yeah, you pussy.
Yeah, you still think I should come to Germany, right?
Yeah.
After all you've said.
You should go to Germany? What? For what?
Well, get the fuck out of Iran.
Oh, yeah, why not? Just calling everybody else's cloud in. Why not? Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's kind of
yeah. It's great. You can be gay and not like you're being gay right now. No one's gonna throw you off a roof over here.
I might.
No, man, I'd throw myself off, to be honest.
Yeah. Tommy geeking tonight. I don't know. What do you want? What's your topic, Des?
That's all I wanted to say. Is Germany seems like kind of a shithole. Well, I don't know.
It's not a shithole. It's a wonderful country with wonderful people that are not willing to defend what's theirs.
No, I'm talking about the spiel you had at the beginning, not now, not the.
What spiel? What are you talking about?
If...
What are you talking about? Oh, that.
Remember after 10 minutes.
No, I don't remember anything. He's right. He's right. Oh, the speech stuff. Yeah, it's bad. But you know what? You don't get to talk. You're from Iran.
True.
You don't get to talk. You can't say bad stuff about the Germans.
I don't have to work here. I'm still living with my parents. I don't have to work here. But if I move there, I'm fucked. I have to get off my ass.
What are you kidding me? Everybody kiss your fucking ass. You can do whatever you want. You can rape a bunch of white girls. Nobody cares. They'd be racist if you pointed it out. You can do whatever you want. It's a playground for you.
Amazing. Western society.
I know it is. It is. I can see there's a lot of fucking Arab guys like you. They're like, I can't wait to get the. Wait a minute. All the reason I want to leave there is what's happening to Europe. Holy shit! I know there's a lot of guys like you. Lots of guy like you. But you
grew up and stayed.
But you love your country and your people. You might not like the government and everything that's happened, but you love your people, right? You got a certain amount of pride there, right?
Yeah,
of course.
The Persians, but
sure. I don't like people when I hear people. That was a real popular thing to be like hate Germany when I first got here. I don't hear that as much anymore. I just avoid those people. Like I hate being German. Okay, fine. The
issue with us is that our government is anything but Iranian. We literally serve Iraq. We serve fucking Syria. We're basically this government is trying to.
The only way you're ever going to get a holdover thing is to kill absolutely every one of those people.
I know, but
that's it. Nobody it's a big task. No.
People are cowards.
And you have religious and ethnic differences too. Yeah, it's the only way it's going to happen. I'm not saying to do that or anything. I'm just saying that's how things roll in the Middle East.
Yeah, it's getting. I think we're getting somewhere.
You need like a George Washington of the Middle East. for that. Like you have to have a
prince has risen or whatever recently.
Yeah, but then it's just a monarchy. You need a guy. You need a George Washington. You need a guy.
No, man, no. He says he's gonna bring democracy after he gets in power.
Really?
Yeah, and he barely even accepted the power. He was like, "No, I'm just gonna be a transitionary phase to democracy." That's what he said.
Really? Wow, what a hero.
Well,
then you know what? You know what? If that's true, I'll believe it when I see it. Then he's your George Washington.
We seem to see it that way. He's the only real opposition.
That's guts. They'll probably kill him.
I was gonna say he'll die. He'll be killed before he does anything.
Yeah, I remember. Like when I was in Iraq. My sergeant took me aside. He's like, "Check this out." And we were actually it wasn't Iraq. It was Kuwait, and it showed they wanted to give us like an Iraqi history lesson. And they had all the leaders of Iraq, like going back to like the 1800s, and every one of them was like, Ali al-Takrit killed by this, and then they have the next guy, and he's like, and then the next guy after him was killed by the last guy, and that guy was killed by the guy that took over from him, and that guy was killed after the guy. That was kind of funny. That's how power gets. Yeah. And Saddam whacked all his. He did his whacking in public, like a gangster. He's like, he went to a parliamentary meeting and said, "Hey, here's a list of people. Go outside because we're all gonna shoot you." And he did. And he goes, "Guess what, bitches? I'm in charge." I never saw Saddam as a Islamic fundamentalist. Saddam was a gangster.
No, he just wanted our oil and shit. He attacked Khuzestan.
You know what he said? You know what I heard? I was in Tikrit, right? You know what everybody told me? That he's like, they were like, say what you want about. This is what the Iraqis told me. Like, say what you want about Saddam, but when he was here, because his name was Saddam al-Tikrit, and a million other names too, but he said that in the streets at Tikrit, he was one of the most feared fist fighters, like one of the toughest fucking guys. I believe it. Saddam was a tough mother, and he died. Like he died. You see his execution.
In video format?
I seen it. Oh yeah, it did. He went out like a total badass. You know that, right? He went out arguing. Yeah. He got up there. He looked scared, of course. I mean, he's getting hung, right? And they put the neck around his he put the rope around his neck, and some guy yelled, "You ruined Iraq!" And he's like, "I am Iraq, motherfucker!" And he starts arguing with the guy while he's in the gallows, and then they just pulled the fucking thing. That's a badass way to go. I mean, he's a maniac and a murderer, but I had to be he's a real man. He was a man's man. I heard people. He was just unbelievable, like fist street fighter. He beat your ass. Old Saddam. That's why he became. Saddam was a nationalist. I wouldn't say he's a secularist, rather Islam. I don't know. I don't buy that because he pulled the Islam card when he needed to. But as far as his personal
he just
feelings,
wanted power, really.
He's like fucking. You know who else? Like Trump. He's not religious at all, by the way. But he has to be because he's president. Man, fuck you.
Yeah.
I love Trump. It wasn't a.
We love him too, dog.
I bet. We should invade. we should bomb your country if you love it so much.
We agree. Okay.
You don't want that. Believe me, you don't want that. It's awful. I've seen it up close. It sucks.
Man, I don't know what to tell you.
You don't want.
We're suicidal. You don't understand. Every unit of our currency is now, I believe, 1/10. No, close to 100th of a dollar. Keep that in mind.
I'm sure it sucks. All right, brother. Take care. Take care of yourself in Iran. All right.
I'll say it, Tony.
All right. Take care, Dad. Last chance, me man.
Yo. He was just messaging me, so he's there.
Okay.
So I also think he heard him. There you go.
Hear me? Yes.
Yeah. Go.
Yes.
All right. So what's up with you, Mudhar?
Nothing. I just made a critical video.
Yeah, but what do you mean? Like, a few weeks ago, you made a thing talking about disavowing him, basically. And I just had questions about it.
Well, answer your questions. A few months ago, actually, but a month and a half ago. Go ahead.
Well, you said that the way that you first reviewed one of his videos, it wasn't as condescending, but then you looked at it in a new light. Then you saw that
I don't know what you're talking about. What I saw...
It's the chud thing. When
Yeah, the Chud thing.
called
No,
in and
I
said
didn't say he was condescending. I didn't think he was condescending. I said he was throwing me under the bus because it was years.
Well,
Go ahead.
From my perspective, sorry for cutting you off.
Okay.
From my perspective, it seemed like he was cutting you off, and he seemed a little disingenuous.
Who?
In what he said.
Who?
Mudhar.
Yeah, I disavowed his actions. It's me, and then we kind of agree. I think we agree. No, I think like when I was criticizing Mama Max, I thought he was kind of throwing me under the bus a little bit, and I didn't know about it until Chud pointed it out.
Yeah, but a few weeks ago, that's when you said it. Was that?
Yeah, I found out
I
found out a few weeks ago about it. I didn't know about it when it happened. I wasn't aware of it. I wasn't even aware of their podcast when it happened. I was upset with him, and then I talked. And there's some things that happened in private. He didn't really go out of his way to fix it. But that's private. He didn't try to do right by me. That's for sure.
As a public opinion, what do you think of Mudhar?
I think he should grow a pair of nuts and live by it, like, stand by something. That's what I think. I don't think he's the worst guy in the world. I don't think he's the worst guy.
I don't think he's the worst guy either.
I think he should grow a sack of nuts and realize when you have opinions.
The way that I see it, he did you dirty a little bit.
I said he did a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of what I said. And I opened up the show like that. And I said, yeah, he kind of did me dirty. I think he did. And he didn't try to make it right.
He didn't?
No, he just kind of said that he didn't know that I was the only critic at the time. He just
what do you think is the situation? Like just another YouTuber?
Do I think he's just another YouTuber?
Do you think
he's definitely been acting like it? Yeah. He's kind of been acting like that, yeah. Lately. I didn't always think that. Yeah, kind of lately, yeah.
Because until his last thing that happened with him, with the Nuck stuff,
yeah,
it didn't show.
Yeah, well, it showed in the sense that he was only allowed to.
And now I can't watch him the same way.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
So unsubscribe to him then.
Are you?
Me? No, I'm probably gonna.
If you can't stomach his content anymore, just unsubscribe.
Stop watching him. Yeah.
You're sub to him. No.
You don't need to hear.
No.
Okay, then keep getting notifications for something you don't want to watch.
I want to watch him still when he does stuff that I'm interested in. I'm not gonna.
Well, I like his tech stuff. That's it.
Okay.
Well, as you know, he's gonna cross that one off next. So I don't know how much longer you're gonna.
Yeah, I know. I don't know who'll fuck over in that situation, but
it's getting too controversial. The NVIDIA and Intel debate.
I think
Intel and AMD is getting a little too heated in the comments.
He likes YouTube.
I know he keeps going against Intel right now, and I don't even know what. Like, well, okay.
He likes YouTube when it's an easy target, and he doesn't like standing on his own fucking too.
But it was such an easy target when he had the chance, but he didn't do it.
Well, he could have fucking told. He could have told.
No, he take this whole.
He could have told Oberville and Nux like I'm not doing
his entire career.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, he didn't.
Just on this one guy.
He's doing
he doesn't even really know.
Because I think he was trying to balance everything. I think that podcast made money.
But it brings him like.
Yeah.
Like. I don't know. Would you do that?
No.
Would you put your credibility on that guy? No.
Are you autistic? Be honest.
What?
No. No, a little bit. Tiny bit. Maybe. Just a little bit, maybe.
No. What do you mean?
I have dyslexia.
Okay, I'm retarded, but I'm not like autistic.
Okay. How are you retarded? I'm retarded like his dyslexia. How are you retarded?
As in, I have someone close to me who's actually like mentally retarded.
Oh, so like rubs off on you because
actually, yeah. It seems like it.
I can tell.
But
I didn't make this video to fucking like dance on Mood. I made a critical video because I thought it needed to be said. That's what I wanted to do. I like Mood's wife a lot.
It's good to be Dojangles.
Yeah, I like Doe. I like Doe a lot.
So how is it? Because whenever the Mudhar stuff happened,
mm-hmm.
she was like kind of like posting stuff a little bit in defense of him.
Mm-hmm.
It was like kind of on the edge, whereas like
Wait, she's defending her husband? Who could have predicted this happening?
Yeah, but like
I would have thought less of her if she didn't.
Do you think Doe should have stood on her principles and went after Mutahar online?
Well, no, he just answered my question. So you
Yeah,
thought that
I would have thought less of her if she didn't stick up for her husband. Not unless he like killed somebody or something. Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I was just asking. Yeah.
Like,
But now I was just asking your stance on her because she's connected to him.
I like her. I think she's a good person. I think she's a good wife. He's lucky to have her.
Do you think she's credibility? Like wise? Is good credibility? Because of that stance? Because of the way she defended it?
Who cares what I think? Really?
I do, but
just a guy on the internet. What do you care? Who cares? I said what I said. I literally covered over. I covered everything you asked me. I already talked about today in the opening. Maybe you missed it. I don't know.
Okay.
Did you like Oppenheimer in the movie?
I haven't seen it yet.
No. Check it out. Okay, that's enough. Oatbag, Max, and D.
Torture.
Billy Bose, Blue Jacket, Cody Grill, Final Flash, G-Man, Little Manly, Nesquik, Not Your Typical Mom, Panic Punk, Taylor D, Tommy C. Scott, Trippy Savage, Winter Gaming, Genie, and Picklington. So you get a guaranteed read. Guaranteed.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Thank God these go to,
Yeah.
nah.
This one might never come out now. Super. Super duper 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 duper. I need to get the fuck out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. It's ridiculous. Bye.